I'm Clara Nartey. Welcome to Stitch the Sketch video series. In episode 3, I'm sketching an English breakfast scene. I have sketched it into my sketchbook already and traced it onto fabric. I start stitching the outlines on the fabric. I decided to start with the steam coming out of the teacup because swirls and curves are easier to draw with your sewing machine than straight lines are. So I chose to start with the easiest part of the work. Now that I've done a couple of swirls, I move on to the teacup and stitch the outlines of the teacup. To get a more defined outline, I'll go over the outlines several times to make it very defined. After that, I'll move on to shading. And here I go outlining the edges of the teapot. I like to complete all the outlines before I start shading. That way I have the surface of the work covered with stitches so that there's equal weight all over the surface of the work before I start shading. In this piece, I decided to add a frame to the image. So I'm framing in my picture by using straight lines to create a border for my picture. When I'm done shading, I'll go back and put some decorative stitches in the border. Now I start shading very lightly. Always remember to start light shading before you do heavy shading. I'm going to shade lightly on the teapot, and I'll come back and make a second and third pass at it to add some more shading. But initially, I'll just do a light shading, and I'll come back and fill in the spaces. Now I'll spend some time filling in the spaces to make my shading darker. And I do the same thing with the teacup too. And now here I am at the border, adding some decorative free motion stitching to the border. And now I finish it up by signing my name. And here you have it, an English breakfast scene. The front and the back. Thanks for watching.